Hello there, my beautiful Scorpio friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. So this is your new moon reading, everyone. We have the new moon gracing our skies on September the 4th. This new moon is also in the sign of Virgo. Now, I always associate this new moon to the energy of fall. We are now gradually moving into the season of fall, and fall is one of my very favorite seasons of the year. It's where we get to wear our boots, get those pumpkin lattes, right? It gets cooler. You get to cuddle now in bed a little bit more because it's cooling down, right? It's nice, it's comfortable. And kids are going back to school, so we have these fresh starts, right? Kids are starting that school year. So it's a beginning there for some of us. And some of us are also coming back from vacation and starting back at work, preparing for this busy rest of the year ahead. It is more busy. The energy is going to pick up here. And there's a lot of celebrations at this time. I always feel there's a lot of invitations that you're getting and attending things. It's just a more busy energy. And this is the start of it. This new moon is actually bringing in the start of this energy. So what I'm going to do for you today is open your reading with a guardian angel oracle card. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message spirit has for you, followed by a bonus card from the angels and ancestors oracle deck, and close off with an angel number. So those of you that are watching today, if you've been seeing signs through animals or insects, any kind of repeating numbers or angel numbers, this is all going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So stay tuned for all of this, my beautiful friends. All right, Scorpio, let's call in spirit and open up your reading. See what it is that spirit would like you to hear around this new moon energy. So we are getting for you, my friends, innocence. Look at that. I believe we got this card a couple of readings ago and it's showing up for you once again, Scorpio. So I feel that spirit is really wanting you to come out and play. Tap into that inner child version of yourself here, everyone. All right, so the message is stay true to your values and always choose the path of integrity. Don't let material desires or external influences lead you astray from your authentic, innocent self. So once again, stay true to your values and always choose the path of integrity. Don't let material desires or external influences lead you astray from your authentic, innocent self. So this is all about you being true to yourself here. Okay, I feel some of you might be being challenged in some way, or perhaps life seems to be a little bit too serious. And maybe it's been serious for a little while, and this is why you're getting this message once again. So really interesting. We got some angel wings, and again, there's something here from your childhood that is coming up, Scorpio. We have the Ace of Swords, so we got a lot of thought, imagination. This is your mental plane. This is also how you communicate, right? This Ace of Swords, and there's something new happening here, a new idea. Perhaps you're going to be conversing with someone and something sparks here. I just feel this is opening you up to this new beginning, a new energy to work with. So the Ace of Swords. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're going to make some changes once this comes in, whatever this is. I'm seeing you kind of rearranging things, reorganizing here. This could be an internal reorganization as well. I feel that there is definitely a clearing that needs to happen. The number 7 in numerology is a spiritual number. So there's definitely something spiritual happening here. There is an elevation in your spiritual growth as well, Scorpio. And we have the Hermit card. We've got some quiet moments here, this need to retreat, move into a quiet space and do some introspection. The number 7 of Pentacles here is also a card of introspection. So I feel that Spirit is really wanting you to go inward and really understand yourself. This is what the new moon is bringing in for you. And I feel this is opening you up to an experience that is more authentic to you. Okay, so the Hermit card is a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it tends to be in the background. So some of you might feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. Okay, so the Hermit card, this is beautiful. I'm getting a lot of dreams. I'm seeing a really big imagination, a lot of creativity. So I'm finding that some of you might be artists, or you're doing something creative. You work really with imagination. This could be like animators out there, graphic designers, people that are designing and working and bringing art form into the world. Now, before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today, Scorpio. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs. All right. So we've got inspiration here. I also am getting motivation, but a very deep connection to your higher self here, Scorpio. I've got some sort of a link, it feels like a tunnel that has connected because I'm seeing like a funnel. I'm seeing inside of the tunnel and it just feels like a portal. You have connected to something and some of you are receiving intuitive downloads. A lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity. It just feels like your brain is flooded with all these things. So write all these things down if you're feeling overwhelmed by this energy, Scorpio. I do feel from this flood is coming in some sort of a bright idea, some sort of new beginning for you, something that you can work on. And you're excited about this. Like I feel there's a lot of excitement. You're really seeing the bigger picture around something. And maybe there's a lot of different things that are coming in, but it's definitely this flood of energy that is kind of poured out and you're looking at it like, okay, let's gather through this. Let's go through it. Let's sort through it, right? That's the Seven of Pentacles here. Understand it a little bit more. I'm getting this information download as well. So there's some sort of knowledge or information, some sort of word, something that you're hearing, reading. So this could be you just reading a lot of books here, Scorpio, or even conversing and getting information. Maybe you're researching something or looking into something more deeper, gaining more information. So this is expanding you in that mental plane. This is expanding you consciously as well in your subconscious mind. And there's a link between your subconscious and conscious mind here. So there's an expansion between the two that is happening. I can't even talk now because my mind is getting expanded by all of these intuitive downloads here right now. So there's a lot that is going on here for some of you out there. And whatever is in your mind, here's something that you've been holding on to, Scorpio. I feel it's there because you're meant to do it. I do feel you're not the only person with this idea or thought in your mind. I do feel this is linked to a lot of different people, different souls. And there's one person out there that's going to actually extract this download and apply it in their life. And I feel whatever this is for you, Scorpio, this is really big. It's going to expand you in your reality. Okay, so I feel it's a really good idea, whatever this is. Perhaps you're unsure. Maybe you're thinking these thoughts where you're kind of thinking what people are going to think, or maybe someone might not like the idea. Set all those thoughts and things aside. And if you're feeling good about this, if you are like actually excited about it, then you need to do it. Don't worry about anything else. Okay, so there's definitely something new coming in. This is also tied to an awakening. So some sort of information that is waking you up to look through a different lens, to look at a person differently, to look at a situation differently, to look at the world differently. Whatever this is, I feel that you're starting to see things. So this is these are the incremental awakenings that we go through when we are ascending, when we are moving up, growing spiritually, right? Elevating in our spiritual journey is these incremental awakenings. And I experience these on the daily. It's like, I didn't even know that. I'll hear someone talking and it just kind of blows my mind and it opens me up to this new way of seeing things and it makes sense and it's true for me. That's where I feel that like mind explosion, because then it all makes sense. It's like little bursts of energy. And what it feels like is I've been recently using one of those face washes that have the little beads and they kind of burst when they touch your face. I'm feeling little bursts like this in your life with information here. This Ace of Swords for you, Scorpio. So this is really interesting. And I'm seeing someone drinking some sort of soda pop, fizz. I'm seeing fizz bubbles pop in here. So it's coming in like that as well. So that's really, really interesting. And pay attention to your dreams. I feel there's communication happening through your dreams right now. Okay, there's a lot of information that we are exposed to, that we go through, that we see, hear, talk about, all of this stuff. and it goes into our mind, and it's kind of our, you know, it's just trying to figure things out. So we get a lot of information through dreams, but I feel there's messages that come through like little bursts of energy, right? That make sense of it. So I always try to write things down, like especially when I'm feeling or if I'm remembering my dreams. Write them down if you remember them. I actually, as I was filming and a reading earlier, I had dreamt something last night, and as I was filming and I'm doing the reading, that dream came into mind at that moment, and now it's gone again, but I'm sure it'll come back. But once it does, I'll write it down. So we've got the Hermit mode, we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So it's really interesting because these both are intertwined, these energies. Okay, they're wanting me to pick them up both together because they work together, these two energies. So let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles. This is an internal look at yourself. This is understanding, okay, there's these things in my life, and I'm not exactly where I'm in the place that I want to be. So what can I change? I feel some of you are in this position right now where you're wanting to change things, but you're kind of unsure about it, or you've changed a few things. Perhaps it hasn't worked. And you're kind of wondering, okay, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Or what can I do better? I feel some of you are in this phase right now. And it is all about just reorganizing. If that still doesn't work, reorganize a little bit more. Try different things, explore, right? This is a time for you to explore. It's a time for you to readjust things. It's time for you to see what works, what doesn't work. Give it enough time to actually work. So give it at least a good 3 to 6 months to work here. So for example, if you have started using an affirmation in your life, I like to use one affirmation for 3 months. I just feel it gives it potency and it starts to work for me. So let's say, for example, you're starting an affirmation and you've done it once, did it the first day, like you remember 10 times to repeat it or think about it. And again, the next day, and it just kind of withered away. We want to stay in this energy as much as we can. And what I usually do when I first started doing this was set a clock on my phone and I had the actual affirmation on the clock's alarm of what that alarm was. Sometimes it didn't fit, but I knew what it was. So I'd repeat it to myself every time I saw it on my alarm. Or I put up sticky notes everywhere. So anytime I was in my bathroom, I would see it. Anytime I'm downstairs, I have sticky notes everywhere. So they're wanting you to actually devote yourself to actually committing yourself to this implementation of something in your life. I feel some of you are bettering your lives. You're really focused on your health, your well-being, your body. Now, sometimes when we go through this change, some things work, some things don't, and everyone's body is different. What works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me, right? So it's all about finding that fine balance that you feel good about. And don't worry about what other people are telling you here, Scorpio. You have to find what works for you. That is going to be your truth because you're the one that's experiencing either good health or not good health, feeling good or not feeling good, right? So they're really wanting you to be very aware of your surroundings, who you spend your time with, the energy that you give out there, and who you give it to. I feel this is more of the focus here with the Seven of Pentacles for some of you. It's the energy that you're putting out there and who you're giving it to, because I'm feeling some of you really being drained. It almost feels like you're around an energy vampire because it's almost like the energy is being sucked out of you. And so I feel you're not, what I'm getting here is some of you feel like you're not getting anywhere, and maybe there's because a person there that might be dragging you down. So it's time to reevaluate that relationship, right? It's time to reevaluate. Maybe it's a job that you're in that's you're not seeing any kind of growth. It's just something that you don't really enjoy doing and you're only doing it for the paycheck. It's kind of like, okay, well, I've been somebody that, whenever I feel like that, I just leave the job. And I know that's not easy for everyone. I'm just that motto person, like Deki Jaugi, we'll see what happens, right? I just kind of take a risk, and that's kind of how I've been my whole life. And not everyone's like that. So have a plan here. It's all about, okay, what is it that you actually want here, Scorpio? What do you want to do? Like if you're not happy here, so maybe it's just that you're not feeling good. Maybe you do enjoy your work, but you're just not feeling the energy. It's all about cultivating that energy, making that the best possible experience for you. How can you do that? And if you're not able to do that, then maybe it's time to find something else. Maybe it's time to explore other opportunities, right? So there's a lot of different options that are available to you here through the Seven of Pentacles, right? There's all these different things that you can do. Ultimately, what's happening with this energy is you are growing. You're meant to actually be successful. So I feel some of you are feeling this way because you're wanting more. So it's time for you to go and get that more. Okay, it's time for you to create that more for yourself. And again, it starts internally with you. And sometimes we need to go into a place of quiet. Sometimes we just need to take a break from things in order to really understand ourselves and what it is that we actually want. So Spirit is encouraging you here, Scorpio, to spend some time with yourself. Some of you might be lone wolves. Some of you might be lonely. Some of you might have broken up recently and you're finding yourselves alone and lost, or just alone and lost in general. I feel some of you are thriving, like you love your alone time, right? I've been getting a lone wolf quite a bit here recently. And I feel maybe there's something going on with those of you that are by yourselves. I'm picking up on some fears here around something. So I feel this is why Spirit is saying, if you're in a position where you're by yourself, if you're feeling lonely, this is an opportunity for you to actually get to know yourself a little bit better and create that reality without any kind of distractions from other people. You actually have an advantage right now, right? That place of loneliness. Create that happiness in the space that you're in. Bring that light in. Do the things that you enjoy doing. There's nobody stopping you from doing them other than yourself, right? And I just feel we have to pull the strings of light into our lives. And this is what Spirit is asking you to do right now, Scorpio, is to pull some of those strings of light in so that way you get that light and then you're able to see a little bit more clearly. And then from there, you just create your own light. You already have light in you. But sometimes it's hard to ignite that light, right? Because we have a lot of darkness around us. So what do we have to do is explore, think outside the box, do something different in our life that we haven't done before, because changing up your routine, changing things even slightly can make a huge difference, a major impact on some of your lives, right? So those of you that are in a place of loneliness and you're wanting more, you're wanting to experience a relationship, you're wanting to build some friendships, get out there, right? And really understand who you are first. I feel sometimes when we're uncertain, we don't even know how to show up for the world or to show up around people. So I feel this is why Spirit is wanting you to kind of look inward right now to clear some of the fears, the things that you've been carrying around out. And as you're clearing, we've got an opening that is allowing you to channel energy and really connect with your higher self. And I feel that those of you that haven't been dreaming, I feel there's some of you out there that are like, I haven't dreamt in years. I never remember my dreams. I don't even think I dream. You definitely do dream. I feel sometimes there's like a dream thief. So grab a dream catcher if you haven't already. I've got one here on the back of my wall. But also start to write down your dreams when you're remembering them. Even if you have one or even the last one you remember, to write it down. And before you go to bed, empty your mind of thoughts and things like that. And they're showing me somebody drinking turmeric milk before bed. So I don't know, maybe that's a good thing for some of you to drink a turmeric milk before you go to bed, or some sort of like a nice, warm, comforting drink. It doesn't have to be turmeric milk. But have a nightly journal where you kind of release some of the thoughts that are in your mind that are whirling around. And maybe before you go to bed, once you've released those thoughts, imagine what life you want to experience. Like, what is it that you want to experience here? Who do you want to be? What version of you do you want to show in the world? Like, imagine that as if you're watching a movie of yourself, and write that whole thing down. Every night, if you're able to practice that, give yourself enough time too, like 3-6 months of doing this, to see actual impact, to see an actual difference and change in your life. So this is what Spirit is calling you to do here, is to embrace that hermit mode. There's also a completion, a closing off of something within this energy of the hermit mode. I feel some of you have reached some sort of milestone, something energetically, and you are now moving to this next level of an awakening, this next level of spiritual growth, right? This frequency vibration, you're moving up. And there is this almost like a chapter that is closing within this energy. So some of you are closing yourself off to things and moving forward with this new sense of self, this new sense of understanding, knowing, There's a lot of foresight coming in with this, just because of clarity that you have about yourself. You're now expanding. You're now seeing things more on a different level here. So I do feel that this time alone is actually amplifying you in power. So what you don't want to do here is get into that lower vibrational energy where you're feeling really down because you're alone. You're feeling really down because that's the energy you're creating with whatever it is that you're thinking or assuming or thinking of the past or whatever this is, right? Because sometimes when we're alone, it gives that darker energy more strength to kind of rise up. So this is where you're actually fighting to balance some of these energies out, and that's where you can feel drained and things like that. So just be aware of that. So find the light here, Scorpio, especially if you're in a place of darkness, and own your alone time, that alone energy, own it and shine that light from that place, right? It's an opportunity for you to really get to know yourself. And this is what's happening here. And you're going to feel the connection. I feel you're going to connect with yourself when you were the most happiest as a child. That's a version of you you're going to link up to. And there's that version of you as a higher self. And there's like this really interesting connection from you as that child to you now to that adult version of yourself. Okay, so there's a timeline that some of you are linking to within this energy. It's coming down. That's that tunnel. I'm feeling some of you are going through a tunnel right now. So let's go ahead and pull a bonus message. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook. So let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you. So this new moon is going to be really beautiful, intense. It's like a soft and subtle energy in your life. I don't feel this is going to be too intense for some of you. So we are getting here snake, shed old skin. Look at that. Any of you seeing snakes around you? This is a confirmation. Some of you were born in the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. So I'm getting areas that do have snakes coming in as a confirmation for some of you. Earth energy here as well. So a lot that is coming through the snake card here, everyone. All right, so let me just find the interpretation here for this card. So snake, here we are. So the message for you, Scorpio, is cast off the old. Reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teaching, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. And I'm getting Nagin. It's a movie that I used to watch when I was younger. It's a woman who turns into a snake. Right? It's a Hindi movie. So when the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts and others or the past. So the energy of renewal is washing over your life right now and at this time. If for any reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all the work that you've been doing within. So if you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Scorpio, so look at that spirit snake energy. I'm also getting the Hindu goddess. She's got the snake there. I forget her name. I've got Saraswati here on my table. She's all about connection, love, music, knowledge, wisdom, right? And we've got one, I forget, I wonder if that's Ma Kali. I think that's the name, maybe. I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and pull an angel number for you today and see what it is that we receive here as a message. So some of you are seeing angel numbers or repeating numbers. This is going to give you your confirmation and guidance. So 1331, if any of you are seeing this number in this sequence, There's good luck around you. This is what it says, good fortune, okay? So anywhere in your life, if you're seeing this number, there's good fortune around you. So have faith in your skills and talent, Scorpio, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Now, this comes with keywords which are advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. So some of you might be resonating with these keywords. So this is your reading. This is your message today. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.